About 6 years ago, I was working on a job where I decided that I wanted to grow within the company. I wanted to challenge myself to learn new skills and also better the skills that I currently had. And I applied for the position of manager because this was the next position up from the level that I was currently working on. And the first time I applied, they told me that they would have to watch me over the next 6 months to see how well I would be to fit the position that I was applying for. Now, the superior who I had spoken to at that time, she was no longer working with us a year later. So we had a new person in place. So I applied for the position again because I said that, okay, that person is no longer working here. So let me try my hand again. I applied for the position. I was told the same thing again. So months went by and I got no response, nothing. I know most times we would look at that and be like, "Oh, this company does not want us to grow. They don't want to hire from the inside." But instead, my mindset shifted a little and it I just said to myself, "Okay, this is not what God wants for me." So what I started doing, as anybody else would, I started applying for different jobs. I think within 3 months of me applying for different jobs, I got a call from somewhere. I had to go in. We had to do a test. And I think we also had to do an interview because even if you pass the test, you still had to do an interview. And out of 500 applicants, they chose 13 persons. This was in house. This was a combination of persons who were working inside the company and persons who were not working inside of the company. And out of those 13 persons, out of 500 applicants, I was one of the 13 persons chosen. Now, this is where the story takes a shift. When I got my first paycheck, this was 2 weeks after I started the job. When I got my first paycheck, I now realize why God allowed my previous job to reject the position that I wanted. My paycheck at that time tripled the amount of the position that I was applying for. And I don't say this to brag. I say this to let you know sometimes the rejection that you get from something is God protecting you. And not only is he protecting you, he is allowing you to see that you were thinking too small of yourself. But his plans were bigger than what you thought of yourself. And the reason why I share this story because sometimes we feel as though when we're rejected, that that's the end all be all, when that's not the case. I talk about in most of my videos having an abundant mindset. And when you have an abundant mindset, you know that even if you were rejected from something, that there's always something better up ahead. In the Bible, God says that he came, Jesus said that he came that we may have life and have it more abundantly. We serve an abundant God. There is so much abundance in this world that you cannot limit yourself to think that if something rejects you, that that's the end all be all. And if you do operate in that mindset today that anytime something is a rejection, you feel like that's the end all be all, I want to stop you in your tracks today. I want to stop you in your tracks today, especially if you say that you believe in God. There's no way that you should be thinking like that. A lot of times when we open up our mind to think that we serve an abundant God, he shows us that there is an abundance. He shows us it. That person that rejected you, you sitting at home crying because that person rejected you. If you only knew what was up ahead, if you only knew that your future husband or your future wife can't even compare to that person who rejected you, but you sitting at home crying over them. And we've all had our times where we sit home and cry with somebody. I'm pretty sure that everybody has, even me. I've had times where I've cried, bawled my eyes out over a relationship, only to realize that there is always better ahead. But I think we need those times to process an emotion, because losing somebody, whether it's in debt or losing somebody because a relationship ended, you're going to experience some grief. So it's okay to cry, let it out, get it over with. But I don't want you to stay there for too long. See that rejection as God protecting you, and He's just letting you know that there's better up ahead. He needed to make room. Look at it like that. He needed to make room. So sometimes take the rejection, but try to see the good in it. The older I get, the more I try to see the good in things rather than looking at what is going wrong and what is the bad thing that's going on wrong. Every situation that I go through, or what I grow through, every situation that you grow through, you should tell yourself, there's no way that I'm going to go through all of this and not have something great come out of it. There's always something great. There's always something great, and whatever it is, there's always something great. So I want you to now move with the mindset that whatever rejected you, that's only God protecting you. If you guys did enjoy this video, do not forget to like and subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned for more motivational videos. See you guys in the next video.